Topic number 7. This is from the Hollywood Reporter. Marvel Entertainment Chairman Ike Perlmutter is out at Disney. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I thought he was left a long time ago. I didn't know he was still there, but let's get into these details. Perlmutter, who I like to think is Mr. Burns on The Simpsons, Marvel's entertainment division, not associated with Kevin Feige's Marvel Studios, will be folded into other parts of Disney. Man, the billionaire who sold the comic book A Giant Marvel to Disney in 2009 was told Wednesday that Disney is folding his Marvel Entertainment unit into other parts of the company and that he would be let go. Marvel Entertainment is focused mostly on consumer products. It is not part of the lucrative Marvel Studios division led by Kevin Feige. Robin Stevens, the co-president of Marvel Entertainment, was also let go. Perlmutter, however, rubbed other senior Disney executives the wrong way. He was also he got Marvel back in '98 through a toy company that he controlled, and then sold it to Disney for $4 billion. He initially had oversight over Marvel Studios and developed the film-based Marvel characters with Feige, but he hit a boiling point in 2015. And he was about to fire Kevin Feige. Bob Iger stepped in so that wouldn't happen. But he said, "I promise Ike that job will continue to run Marvel after that, not forever necessarily." Iger said, and in 2015, his intent on firing Kevin Feige, who was running Marvel Studios, and I thought that was a mistake and stepped in to prevent that. Man, Iger's interview came as Perlmutter was revealed to be involved in the Nelson Peltz proxy fight against Disney. And so basically, I'm going to just sum it up. The article continues to talk about how Ike Perlmutter was a big fan of Donald Trump. That was also trying to get his friend Peltz to be on the board to also help solidify Chapek's position as CEO because he was a fan of Bob Chapek too. But luckily, all of that worked out, and all of these people are out of there. And Larry, I know we've talked about this. You know, Disney is cutting back right now. They're laying off 7,000 employees, and I think it's going to be spread over 3 layoffs this year, this being one of them. So they're letting Ike Perlmutter go, one of the chairmen over at Marvel. We just heard that they fired, what's his name, Victoria Alonso, who's been there from the beginning as well. Also, and I'm cool with this. I mean, this man didn't have nothing to do with Marvel Studios anymore, but I just remember back in the day that he was extremely frugal / cheap. You know, if there was some type of function, he was only like, there can only be one soda pop, one soda can per guest. You know, like that, you know, like a true penny pincher. What do you make of this news, man? Is it good, bad, or somewhere between for you?
At this point, I don't think it really makes much of a difference. But I will say this, and I know some people are gonna this is probably gonna rub them the wrong way, but I think sometimes when you have someone who's like that, who's a penny pincher, someone who's a bit of a miser, and they tell you this is all you're getting, make it work. Sometimes the best work that people do really comes from those times when you're like, how am I going to do this? And people start to really get creative in their thinking. They really start to figure out how they can make stuff work, how they can get the stories great, how they can do stuff and show stuff without having crazy special effects that are going to cost tens of millions of dollars. I don't want to see, I don't want to say he's responsible for all the success of that, because he's not, but I think there's a place on film sets for people like that. There's a place like that in the producing area of those studios for people like that. And sometimes, as we've all seen, sometimes the studios will throw money at these films. They've been like, this has been a great franchise, let's throw money at them. And then it just isn't that great. But when you look back at their old films, when they had $8 million to make a movie, and all of a sudden this $8 million is turned into like $140 million, you're like, holy crap, this was a great movie. Sometimes you need people who are hungry. And sometimes if you have $150 million, $300 million for a budget, you get all these people who are like, I'm going to get the best of the best. And then sometimes the best of the best is great, but they're not hungry. Sometimes when you have $8 million, you get these people who are hungry, and they're like, I've been thinking of ideas for the last 12 years, and I'm bringing all of them to this movie, you know? So I don't know. I mean, I don't really care if he goes. He's a Trump dude, so F him, be gone. Get the break out the bitch be gone spray, be out. But I'm not necessarily boohooing. I don't want to say that his philosophy of being cheap is bad. Now, offering people one can of soda is a little ridiculous, but there's something to be said about people being frugal. Frugality has made some people really, really efficient and good at their jobs.
Right on. Well, he's out of there. My last comment on this is be like, bye Ike. You'll be all right. You 80 years old. Time to retire. Let's save some money. But guys, again, if you're watching this via live on the replay, there is a link down to this in the description box below for you to read at your own leisure.